Hi, good morning, boys and girls. What we're going to do is we're going to look at area and perimeter today. Okay, we've learned a lot about area in the last couple days and weeks, and what I wanted to do is we are going to move into finding perimeter. And what I want to do is I want to show you how area and perimeter are similar and yet how they're different. Okay, so a review of area is length times width. So when I'm looking for area of a shape, I go ahead and I multiply my length times my width. So when I think of length, I always think of length as going across, okay? Kind of like the equator when we learned in social studies. It goes kind of around and across the world. And width would be up and down. That's kind of like the prime meridian when we learned in social studies. So that's our length and our width, okay? And we just need to multiply whatever our measurement for length is and whatever our measurement for width is. And then we always want to have our answer in squared because remember we're putting those squares on that shape. Okay, and I've been challenging you in the last couple of weeks to think about area and think about, we've kind of moved from putting those squares on top of the shape to looking at the actual measurements and looking at the formula and just multiplying your length times your width. Okay, so the formula I always come in and I write on my paper, area equals length times width, just to keep me very focused so that I make sure that I know that that's what I'm looking for. And when I always think of area, I think of multiplying my length times width. Now I know in the last few lessons we've been adding two rectangles back together, but I want to make that really clear that area is multiplication, length times width. Okay, we're adding those two rectangles together to get overall area, but first we have to find our length and multiply it by the width. So really, really important. So as we see here, our length is 8 inches, and we see here our width is 4 inches. So 8 times 4 equals 32, and I always want to put square inches when I'm talking in area, okay? Because remember, we have all those little boxes, right? We'd have 4, and then we'd have 8 along the side, and we'd make a grid in here, and they all have to be the same size. So that's why we say it's a squared inch, okay? We have our area builder that I have on Canvas, and again I challenge you to open this up and play with it a little bit, and you can just go ahead and you can put your tiles on your grid and you can find the area. Now again, this is actually those square tiles, those square units that we're measuring by, but I challenge you to take those square units and actually put a measurement on each side. So here we would have 4 rows, so we would have a width of 4, and we have 2 columns, and we'd have a length of 2. So 4 times 2 is area, and our area here would be 8 square inches, or whatever you're measuring. This would be just 8 square units. So I have that on Canvas. Use it. It is in the resource page, and it is in some of our learning pages. It's just really a good way for you to master area and perimeter. All right, now that we talked about area a little bit, when we reviewed area, I wanted to go on to perimeter, and that's what we're going to be learning today. And what I want to do is I want to think about perimeter, and when I think about perimeter, I think about adding. And what I'm doing is I'm adding all sides of my shape. So all the measurements of the sides of my shape. So I can find the perimeter of really all kinds of shape as long as I have some kind of measurements on them. And then we're also going to get into finding area and perimeter without those measurements, and we did a little bit of that and we kind of looked at that. But right now I want us to really, really understand area and perimeter and the differences in the likes of area and perimeter. So perimeter, I think of adding. Area, I think of multiplying. All right, so this is, we're going to find the perimeter of the same shape that we just did for area, okay? And here you see that there are measurements for each side of our rectangle. So perimeter, I am going to be adding each one of those sides. Really important, adding, okay? Now I know we talked about area and we had decomposed the non-rectangular shapes, and then we added them back. But to find area, we have to multiply. To find perimeter, we add. So I don't want you to get confused with that adding those two shapes together like we just did in our lesson. Area is multiplication, perimeter is adding. All right, so we go through and we take each side measurement and we're just basically adding it. 8 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4. Okay, 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 4 is 20, and then another 4 is 24 inches. And we can go ahead and we can go to our area and perimeter builder, and we can put that same shape in our on our grid. So we had a 4 by 8. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're just going to fill it in, and I'm just going to take that out. And what we're going to do is we're going to think about how area and perimeter are the same and different. So as we're continuing through with our perimeter lessons, I want you to think and keep in mind about the differences and how area and perimeter are different and how they're alike. And that's going to help you keep focused on areas multiplication and perimeter is adding all the sides. All right, so here we have that same shape that we just used in the active board, the whiteboard. Okay, so we see we have a width of 4 square units and we have a length of 8 square units. Okay, and then what I would do for area, I would just come in and multiply my width of 4 times my 8, which would be 32. And then for perimeter, I would go all the way around the shape and I would add each measurement of each side. So we'd have a 4, an 8, a 4, and an 8. So 8 and 8 is 16, plus 4 is 20, and then the other side is 24. And you can click on that green button and it will tell you the area of the shape is 32 and the perimeter is 24. So again, when you're playing on this area game and this grid, make sure that you're not only putting the boxes, the square units on the grid, but you're counting them and you're putting measurements in your mind on the side. And that's going to help you a great deal with finding area and perimeter. All right, so now the last thing that I wanted to talk about really quickly, and we're going to keep talking about this, but I just want us to start thinking about what is the same between area and perimeter and what's different. Well, area and perimeter are related because we have some kind of shape that we want to measure, okay? So it's a shape that we're measuring. Okay, when I think of area, I think that I need to multiply. When I think of perimeter, I think that I have to add. Okay. Also, when I'm looking at area and perimeter, I'm thinking about in area, I'm thinking about measuring the inside of the shape. Yeah. And then when I think of perimeter, I'm thinking of measuring all around. Okay, so that's going to just kind of get you thinking about how area and perimeter are the same and different. Okay, and that's basically what I wanted to do for this mini lesson today, is just get you thinking about, well, how are these the same and how are they different? And I also wanted you to think about how to actually find perimeter. Okay, and the real takeaway that I want you to have on this is when I think of area, I'm multiplying. When I'm thinking of perimeter, I'm adding. And if you can get that straight in your mind, it's going to help you find your answers on area and perimeter a lot easier. So let me just finish this. Color code it so that we can see that real nice. Okay, and we're going to continue thinking about this Venn diagram as we move through our lessons in the next couple of days. So just get your mind thinking about how area and perimeter are the same and different. All right, well, you have a good day, and I will see you later. Thank you.